independent Republican Mike Graham. However, not such a great day if you like writing letters, because we're going to speak now to the Royal Butler, Grant Harrold, our man who knows all there is to know about etiquette, because Cunard have done a survey in which they found that 26% of people have not sent or received a handwritten letter in the past decade.
A decade?
Decade.
Can't be right.
I'm not sure I've received a handwritten letter for longer than that, actually. I mean, have you received one recently?
Well, do you count sort of postcards and birthday cards in that, or does it have to be on a piece of paper?
I think it has to be a letter.
Okay, maybe.
I mean, I had Father's Day cards which were handwritten. In fact, not only handwritten, but my son made me perhaps the most minimalist Father's Day card I've ever seen, where it just said Happy Father's Day, and he just signed it inside with his name. There was not even a picture on it.
I've written condolence letters.
Have you?
Because I still think they're very important.
Do you not do those on a card, though?
No, I don't like them on a card. No? I like them on a piece of paper because most of the cards are so unspeakably naff. Yes. You know, with deepest sympathy, blah blah blah. I think an anecdote about the person or a memory is so much better.
I used to get my father when it was his birthday. I used to get him with the deepest sympathy card just to give it to him as he was getting older. Grant,
sicko.
A very good afternoon to you. Welcome.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, sir.
Now, I imagine that you will have probably written about 10 handwritten letters just this morning.
You're absolutely spot on. You're not far off the truth, actually. I've been doing some thank you letters the other day, but after this news, I've been running around the house trying to find the smelling salts. I'm a bit kind of in shock.
Well, I mean, young people in particular say, young adults say they use a pen less often than 5 times a week. Now, I have a pen sitting here and I write and sort of doodle little things, and as does Daisy. But, I mean, I can't tell you the last time I actually physically hand-wrote a letter. I'm terribly sorry to admit that.
I think the reality of today's world is we do emails, we do texts. I do it. We all do it. That's the reality of today. Luckily, I still do letters. In fact, I've just ordered a whole load of stationery the other day, and I have my own my stationery from a great supplier. It's been on cast me for years. It's good quality, nice envelopes. But at the same time, I've said to people, you don't have to do that. That's a personal choice. You can go to your local Waitrose or Tesco and find equally nice kind of writing paper and envelopes.
I mean, what's your preferred version of writing paper? Should you have, for example, your name on it? Should you have an embossed sort of address or anything, or is that too gauche?
Well, I kind of have, I've actually got a lion, which is actually a family crest that's actually on the top of my stationery, but of course it's a personal thing. You could have whatever you want on it. A lot of people opt for the address. Some people these days have email addresses on there. I mean, it's very much a kind of personal choice. But again, I just think the old-fashioned address is the best, or as I said, a monogram or crest or something if the family's got one.
And Grant, when you seal your envelope, do you do it with wax and a signet ring?
Absolutely. I mean, where have I put that signet ring? No, I mean, luckily today we've got gum in the envelope, so it makes it a bit easier. But I enjoy writing letters. I love going and posting them. I love receiving letters. I get really excited when, in amongst the bills, you find a handwritten letter. There's something exciting about it.
See, I'm not sure I'd share that. I mean, I remember writing love letters, when I was very young, to a girl that I went out with when I was about 18, and I think my mother still has them all somewhere, But I don't remember really writing a letter properly since then, to be honest.
I'm trying to think
I think I used to write letters to my parents when I lived in New York for the first time, because it was, cheaper than calling them, and there was no email then and all that,
But, there's a couple of interesting little things is recently, not recently, a few months ago, I lost my father. And, people write to you when you lose your father. I only had about 3 letters, which was fine. Most people did emails or texts, equally as nice. But it was strange, because I remember when my grandparents passed on, I would remember all these letters arriving. Yeah. And I thought, doesn't it show how, in the last couple of decades, times have changed?
Absolutely, because actually, funny enough, I was just saying before you came on, Grant, that the condolence letters are the ones that I'm still sort of passionate about and will put it down, partly because when my father died nearly 13 years ago, we got absolutely tons. And I wonder if, because there was 10 years between your father dying and my father dying, whether that was the period where it really tailed off. Because when my mum moved house last week and I was clearing out her cellar, and there was the box full of the letters of my dad's condolence letters, which were such a...
And it is nice
They were such a joy to have, and so many of them had wonderful stories in them.
It is nice to see things like that, and I say it is a different time. And what was was really interesting. I did the unusual thing of kind of putting something on my social media about it, and I was absolutely blown away at how many people actually contacted me, ran with lovely messages and stories of what they'd gone through. And of course, this is the modern way of doing it, isn't it? This is the digital age where people will do it that way rather than... Now, it's equally as nice. I found it really nice. The couple of letters that I got in, I treasured. But the other really important thing I wanted to mention was when I got the job with the Prince of Wales, what was interesting was I had a reference from a very dear friend who is one of the Strathmores, the Strathmore family back in Scotland, Bonnie, Scotland, and of course that's where the Queen Mum came from that family. And when I was a youngster, when I was about 11 or 12, I started writing to this lady, and I wrote to her throughout secondary school into young adult, and in these days we tend to phone more than write letters. But that, all those years ago, writing to this lady, eventually she would become a referee for me to get the job with the Prince of Wales. And it just shows you something back then which, was just something I enjoyed doing, was really important for me later life, because it helped, I think it helped secure a position for me.
Actually, I wonder if people have pen pals anymore. You used to have foreign pen pals.
I don't think.
I haven't.
So, I was going to say I don't think so. I don't hear anybody saying that. And I mean, that's kind of what my relationship was with this lady. It was very much kind of pen pals.
Right.
Every couple of weeks writing to update them on what's going on in my life, and her life was much more interesting. I must say, living in a castle and everything. But it was fascinating, and that really encouraged me to write letters. So I've been writing letters since I was probably 9, 10.
Well, you'll be happy to know that it's National Writing Day, Grant. So thank you very much for that. We've got to run because it's also National Radio Day, and Jamie East and Vicky.